Well, today we've got a bit of a job on our hands. What we're going to do is we are going to be planting some crops out. Just for clarification, this isn't going to be the final resting place for our garden, or our food garden as it were. That's actually going to be up behind the house with a polytunnel and stuff like that. But the reason we got this ploughed is, as you can see from all this debris that's come out of the ground just below the fig tree here, and there's a little bit more over there by the olive tree. This was all actually in the ground. It turned out there used to be some sort of structure here, be it a chicken pen or something, but all those concrete blocks and all those lumps of stone were actually already in the ground. So it was a good job we had it ploughed. It's pulled them all out. We've managed to get them to the side, and this is where we are at the moment. So what we've done is had this area ploughed. We've also had it tilled a little bit roughly, but tilled nonetheless. And we've already got some peas and some runner beans in, which are in these little rows here. These were gifted to us by our neighbours, so they are in there somewhere. Excludes the dog paw prints in it all. And we're just going to be raking over this area here, and I can show you what we have purchased. So what these are little plug plants that we get locally. Lovely little shop in the village. These are either cabbages or something like that. White cabbage.
Salad.
And basically you get 12 plug plants like this for €1, which is 80 pence in English money. So we've got probably a dozen of each of red cabbage, white cabbage, broccoli, cauliflower, and we've also got some lettuce, and we've got two types of strawberries. We've got some strawberries which are plugs, and we've also got strawberry root, and we've also got a bag of seed potatoes. Not that the seed potatoes is going to be enough, but that's just the time of year for these ones. We've also got some garlic we're gonna plant, and oh yeah, and onions. We've got red and white onions. We've got some garlic we're going to plant as well, which is a little bit late in the year for here, but we've got frost due this weekend, which is what we want basically. So that is where we are so far with this area. Morning everyone. Today we have got some plans. I'm not saying we're going to finish it today, but basically we've got some posts, some wire, some nails, or some wire nails, and what we need to do, because of dear old Guinness just here, who is a little bit unsteady on his feet because of his age. He also has a little bit of a cataract, so we are going to fence off the main well at the bottom of the land. It is quite a drop off to get down to the water, and there is no getting out. So more about our peace of mind for Guinness, we're going to fence that off. Hopefully, oh I say hopefully, definitely, Francisco and Hannah are coming today. As ever, he's probably going to roll his eyes at our idea, but yeah, so we've got all the gear but no idea, so we'll just see how it goes. What I'm going to do first is take the tractor down and just brush cut the area where we're going to put the fence around the pond, around the well, sorry. And yeah, we're going to go for it basically. So follow us, what we're up to. So as you can see, our well is quite deep. It's probably a 6 or 7 foot drop down into the water from that side. Yeah, similar to this side. But there is no way of any animal getting out of here. There's no easy access out. So for peace of mind, we're going to fence this off today and make sure Guinness can't stumble into it in the dead of night. Not that he comes down this far, but just for our peace of mind. As you can see, it's all overgrown, broom, long grass, etc. So better we do it. So it doesn't probably look as big as it really is when it's on camera, but the well is actually quite deep. It's just full of silt and sediment and rubbish and things like that. So we will clear it out, but this isn't the time of year to clear out a well. So we'll clear it out at the end of the summer, and then yeah, we'll get on with things properly.
Good laid plans and all never goes to plan. So we were going to use the tractor to cut the grass down by the well so we can put the fence in. You can probably hear Justin now strimming because we have a flat battery. It's our fault because we didn't put the tractor away under the shelter and it's been cold, so we now have a flat battery. But we have the strimmer, so at least we can clear what we need to clear down there now, so it's not so bad. Arroz, aqui já é o arroz. Deixa estar.
Get fucking in there.
Oh, hop. Ai, fica na minha. Eu vou tirar o pau para cá.
Okay, so after, you know, a reasonable few hours work, what we've managed to do today is I came down with the tractor. The tractor battery had then gone flat, which wasn't particularly useful, so we had to put that on charge. So I then came down with the strimmer, cut back all the foliage that was right by the edge of the water mine here, and then just after lunch, Hannah and Francisco turned up and we just put the posts in. This isn't the final fix for this, better just make an emphasise that. It's not perfect, it's just a quick fix to stop Guinness falling into the well, because as I say, it's a 5 or 6 feet drop, but at the moment it's fenced off. Guinness can't go through it, he'll just bounce into the fence and bounce off again. He's got a little bit of cataracts in his eye, so he's losing sight a little bit. So it's very much about our peace of mind as well as his safety. But yeah, we were very pleasantly surprised. The posts went in very easily. In some respects, maybe a little bit too easy, because the ground's quite soft, which is good because it means it's not full of rocks. So the final fix will probably be either we put concrete rings in this and we make it a proper agricultural well, or we leave it as is, have an electric pump that just feeds water to the farm for the irrigation. And what we're going to do another day in another project is clean the spring water mine that comes out of the hill behind us, but that's for another day. Some of the other things that we found whilst being clearing up down by the well here is plenty of empty plastic bottles, etc. I think we've got a fuel tank off, I'm guessing, some sort of agricultural machinery, and the roof skin of an anglia of some kind that's been over here. I don't know if it's a 105E, if that's right or not. It's yeah, but the chrome is still good on the coat hook. So that's some more stuff that we found. And we've also found the remains of an old wooden plough. So complete with teeth that have been sunk into it, and that I guess it would have been dragged behind a horse or something like that back in the day. But very rotten now, but the teeth are pretty substantial. Or plough, or something to pull grass, or I don't know the ins and outs, but Good morning. What you've just seen us, we're going out for a little walk at the moment. What you've probably heard in the background is it is a Sunday. Sunday is traditionally hunting day here. So up in the woods behind us, there's some people hunting, I guess, something like wild boar, deer, small birds, that sort of thing. I'm not entirely sure of the hunting seasons here. But yeah, there's rules and regulations. Properties have a little plaque which they put on the side of their land which tells the hunters whether or not they can hunt on the land, whether or not they've got to seek permission first, or whether or not there's hunting is banned on the land, and you can do that at the local council, the Camara. To us it doesn't bother us, it's a tradition here, we're in their country, they're hosting us, so basically when in Rome do what the Romans do. Having said that, I'm not a hunter myself, but I'm not adverse to spoiling anybody's hobby or whatever. The wild boar population did get very, very large in this area, as it did all over Portugal during the pandemic when hunting was banned, or when I say banned, was restricted a bit more. So there is a little bit of problem with wild boar. We do see a lot of evidence of wild boar around here, and they have to control the numbers somehow, and that's the most humane way. But again, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it is what it is, and it's the way of life here in Portugal.